Thank you. Thank you, Sergey.
Hi, my name is Sergey. I'm Chief Business Officer and co-founder of ImmunoMinde. We are, I would say, classic early stage, seed stage startup. So probably it's something different from more classic representatives here, like from outsourced business. So we have our main companies in Delaware, United States. All our investments also come from US VCs, and but of course our stuff is here. Yeah, it's and we are doing computational biotechnology platform for the development of T-cell immunotherapies. So long story short, like soon there will be new way to treat cancer and autoimmune diseases, and this process is completely different from drug development process that pharma companies used previously. So like entirely new process, and basically I don't think I need to go deeper, but yeah, we are pretty lucky. So in 20-30 years, these therapies should be, really advanced, and when our immune systems will potentially fail when we will be old, there is a chance that we will be treated you will be treated by the stuff that we help you to do now. Yeah, so more or less that's it. I would say.
Thank you, thank you. We all hope that you bring us these new technologies to make our lives better. And Aleksiej, please.
Hi all, my name is Aleksiej and I'm a delivery director of Data ML and Cloud in Provectus. So Provectus is an American company originated from Ukraine. Our first development office was established 12 years ago in Odessa. Company positioned itself as AI first, so with emphasis on artificial intelligence and machine learning. But obviously not all our projects are only about machine learning. Provectus is AWS premium consulting partner with proven competencies in DevOps, data engineering, machine learning, and migration. Currently we are around 650 people, split around the world. So we have offices, 3 in Ukraine, 2 in Odessa, 1 in Kiev, in Armenia, Canada, Costa Rica, Colombia. Main office is in Palo Alto, California. And because of latest geopolitical events, we established new offices in Turkey, Romania, and Poland. So Poland office started on March 6th last year, and it was a pretty interesting journey, I would say, because when I came to Poland, we knew nothing about it, and it was always like tries and fails. The most surprising thing was that it seems like in Poland COVID measures was treated like the real ones, not like in Ukraine. That's why a lot of IT communities, IT clusters was not around anymore, and it was pretty hard for us to find something similar that we have now. So we established several IT communities by ourselves in Wrocław, like AWS User Group Wrocław and Wrocław IT Community, so to be able to build around us, and AWS User Group was more about professional, and Wrocław IT, it was more for Ukrainian engineer that came to Wrocław. And we are continue to develop that, so maybe I'll say more about that going forward.
Okay, thank you. And a little about myself. I'm CEO of company called Selleris. We are typical B2B agency that helps companies to build a CRM, ERP, and e-commerce solutions for them. And our company originally from Ukraine, Kiev. but we relocated to Poland 6 years ago. But war in Ukraine changes everything for us because majority of our customers was from Ukraine still, even after our relocation to Poland. And at this moment, I think that we're building our business from the scratch and planning several startups that guys already doing right now, and we only starting this process. So I think it will be interesting journey for us and for everybody here. And let's start with our expert stories. I ask everyone to share what you have in your mind. It can be anything that you think will be valuable for people here, for businesses here. So please, Michael, let's start. Yes, please.
All right. So I think, again, based on our experience, I would say that, again, Sigma Software established the presence in Poland back like to 2014. So we have an office here, and due to that, I would say that it helped us a lot because it like pretty old times, I would say, now. And when with escalation, we have some sort of like a touch base in Poland already. And when it like became a thing, I thought that the good thing is that we have this sort of diversification of our business, that we have a presence in different countries. We know we know almost all answers from legal perspective, from taxation, from I don't know, everything actually, almost everything. So it was kind of easier for us because we just need to scale and grow, like basically slightly change our priorities and grow in other countries, and basically that's it. And I guess the same thing comes not with like moving from one country to other, rather than even in business when you have different clients from different domain areas. Like I remember the times when COVID hits, right? And I know that a lot of IT companies back in Ukraine, I guess in any kind of country, they had clients related to healthcare or for tourism, for example. And when COVID hits, we have this diversification. I mean, some domain areas go down, but another one go up. And that's, I guess, will be my advice for everyone, to keep that in mind and try to like have this diversification again. Sorry for tautology, but yeah, to have it and keep it in mind while you are doing your business or developing your presence anywhere.
So diversification with geography to have different countries, different markets.
Yeah, not only geography, but rather even in domain areas, maybe kinds of businesses or products you're working on, anything.
I just wish to add about that it's pretty hard to have a lot of products.
Yeah.
So it's always challenge, but I think that everyone should be ready for challenges here.
Yeah.
And it's not possible to achieve something without it.
That's true, but again, it's a good thing when you turn your challenges into opportunities.
Yes,
So
exactly.
it's not my words, I'm pretty sure I saw them somewhere on Facebook, but it's cool.
Yes, it's true. Yes, thank you. Okay, Sergey.
I want to share our story, and maybe there will be some useful facts for you or something. So first of all, how currently most of startups that want to fundraise in US, they establish entity in US, in Delaware, C Corp mostly. And what they do next, they raise money to this C Corp. For example, Mercury Bank opens bank accounts remotely. And then they have contractors all over the world. And probably first round of investments, you can raise that way. We can say, okay, I have a lot of independent contractors here, there, whatever. Investors don't see, like this pre-seed level investor, they don't care. But at a certain point, it becomes critical, like a red flag, huge red flag for investors. You need to basically aggregate everyone in one place. You need to have proper contracts with everyone, not just independent contract agreement when person can leave any day, basically like without even notice or something, but have them in one place. And yeah, so that's basically when you reach this point, you need to choose where you want to relocate everyone, you know. And we made huge analysis. Of course, we considered Portugal, we considered Netherlands, we considered a bunch of other, like even UK, for example. Of course, US is not possible because immigration system is crazy. So and yeah. My advice, even though you're here and you already chose Poland, but you know Poland is the best choice. Trust me. Probably the main competitor is Portugal, but almost everyone I know are not satisfied with Portuguese bureaucracy system. Like they hate it, literally. Yeah. Well, no, we haven't considered Germany, but yeah, probably there. So yeah, it's like basically you send information one way and you may have no response. Yeah. So so yeah, so everyone who wants to move further, like okay, I'm in Poland right now, but I want to move to Portugal, something like that. Please, my advice, just stay here. You know, like settle down, and it's you will save a lot of you know. Yeah. You save a lot of your health probably. Yeah, so our main goal was to make everything proper in one country. So yeah, we chose Poland. We did it like right before. Basically, we started the process in May 21. So like we were lucky enough to give everyone visas and everything like right before the events. So before this the system became overloaded. So also what I wanted to add on top of it. So in terms of investments, you all know, you probably heard about recession, about the crisis. It's real, yeah. So early stage investments are probably like 5 times harder to get right now. Maybe even like it's investors became more and more conservative. But for you, actually, it's a huge plus because if before startup can say, okay, I will hire a few engineers in US with 200K yearly salaries, and it was okay for investor. Nowadays, investor would never give money to a startup that wants to hire people only in US. You need to have competitive advantage in terms of like cost. You need to be cost effective. So you need to either have a team in India or so and teams in like Minsk and Kyiv don't work anymore as well, right? Because it's too much risk for investors. Investors don't care. They don't have heart. They don't have feelings. They're like robots basically with no feelings. So Poland seems like one of the best places to have really like 95% of the stuff. That's it. That's so, and this is a huge competitive advantage when you fundraise. And please keep in mind that if you have team here, you're really attractive because you are super cost effective. You can do so much more compared to other startups who have stuff only in US, for example. Yeah, and probably one of the last suggestions that I have, like, don't try if there are some delays or something. Don't try to stress. You don't stress when it's raining, right, or when it's like storm, right? It's natural forces. Bureaucracy is natural forces. If you will stress, you will just damage your health. Just wait and relax. This is the only this is really important advice. So I think that's more or less it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, in Poland, everybody knows. I think everybody knows that in Poland it's like general suggestion to be calm. Yes, and it's one of the biggest values for Polish people. Even the word pokój, which means place where you live, and same time it means calm place. So it's like heaven for for people here, literally, because most of the people from Ukraine goes to Poland to run from the war. And I suggest you to make Poland your new home, to settle in here, to build your business with 100% of your straight, and not waiting for a brighter future in another country, because in most cases Poland will be the best for you at this current situation in the world. Okay, thank you, and please, Aleksiej.
Yeah. So what I want to share is the experience of last year and what helps overcome it. And the main point that I found out with during preparing for this event is that the core principle in like almost everything is communication and partnership. So when we came to Poland, we knew nothing about it. So first impression was that we need to overcome it by ourselves. But soon enough, also Polish tax system helped. We understood that it is not possible to overcome ourselves. So we started to partnering with law firm. We started to partnership with incubator. We partnered with Just Join IT as media and InfoShare as one of the biggest Europe conferences. And in a while, it started to build up. So we were not able to find communities in Wrocław. We established our own. We gathered information from other IT companies. We also participating in IT cluster in Ukraine. Some companies are already here, so we started to gather some information from them. For example, what was surprising is that it is not a good idea to have a workshop on Fridays. Mm-hmm. In Ukraine, it's pretty common to have it on Friday or Saturday because it's more like a party event. Yeah, and in Poland, it is like Friday is for friends and family. So, that's why our events are on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and such tiny things that is pretty uncommon for Ukraine, but we were able to get it on early stages from our partners. And that's really worked out. One of core values of our company is obsession, in a good way, obsession with clients, obsessions with partnerships, and that culture helped us in this journey too. So we're pretty good in terms of hiring new employees here, like both from Ukraine or Belarus and also Polish citizens. Actually saying that we have our own communities in Wrocław also helped about that. So they know that it's not like no-name company. We like have our own events. We participate in Polish events like InfoShare. And that's a journey. So my main point is when you see some big challenge that you're facing and it's hard to overcome by yourself, try to find someone. Maybe this person or company partner willing to help you with this journey, and having several partners will make this hard, overwhelming journey pretty easy one, and more or less you will overcome it pretty soon enough.
Yeah, of course, thank you. Thank you for your suggestion, and here I agree that this first barrier when you come to different country with different culture, it's huge for most of the people. And after 6 years in Poland, I'm laughing from myself 6 years ago because it's just easy and simple to adapt here and to make business here. It's much easier than in Ukraine for me. And society is very friendly in most cases, of course. We are not in the ideal world with perfect people, but in most cases, people are very friendly, and communication. Don't shy to ask for your colleagues, for members of this community, for suggestions. Don't shy to find new contacts, new connections here, and you always can have help and suggestions from people who have more experience and more time living here. So I'm only agree several times with this suggestion. It's good. And a little story from me. Our story is very strongly related with the war, because we was like Ukrainian company in Poland, and after the war started, we lost a huge part of our business. And as CEO, I was in a situation where I need to decide if this business will go on, or we do something else, and we lost our team and we go to I don't know, to work for some corporations, etc. And we decided with our team, we decided to move forward, to make everything from the scratch. And now our business is targeted for the US market. We decided to try this market first because we wish to be global, and we thought if we succeed in US, we can succeed everywhere. And for example, in Poland, because currently we are not providing any services in Poland, we have no marketing in Poland, and we have almost no customers here. And my main suggestions here that I understood after this part of almost a year after this war started, that my role as CEO is not as administrator of this business or some planner of the business. First of all, I need to ensure that business will have sales. So my primary role in the company right now, it's like marketing director. So I do everything to bring money to the company, to bring new customers, to bring money flow, and everything else. It's when you have money, everything else is easy. And when you have no money, everything else is almost useless. You can have good product, good team, and if you have no marketing and no sales, then you're done. You do nothing with this. So it's my main suggestion. If you start a new business and if you wish to acquire new customers, new markets, you should learn marketing a lot. It's really good stuff for the beginning. And also, I advise you to find a very specialized market for you. So specialists always win. And you should market your product directly to very strict focus group of customers. You need to know this market. You need to know these customers well. For example, we have success stories in Ukraine in our past, and based on these success stories, we market now in United States, showing American customers how exactly we can help same customers from the same industry from Ukraine. And it works really good because we have not just words of how good we are, but we have numbers, we have exact examples on how we do that, and it works good because almost every business in Ukraine and in United States have the same problems in most cases. I think that it's all about my suggestions for you. And of course you can ask any questions. You have your QR codes. You can address me directly on LinkedIn. I think everyone here can help you also. If you have any additional questions, please contact us, and we try to help and do our best to help you with your businesses here in Poland. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Does anybody here have a question to our panelist experts? Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Ivana. I'm recruiter in Busta. It's a company from Ukraine, and you just mentioned hiring in Poland. So my question is, did you notice the difference between financial rewards in Poland and in Ukraine? Because some audit companies mentioned that in Poland it's lower, which can be a little bit surprising, like personally for me. So did you notice that, and did you recount the financial rewards of your employees who relocated from Ukraine to Poland?
Okay, I believe that it is a question for me because I mentioned hiring. The answer is that from the start we noticed that expectations from the market is higher than Ukraine. I remember that at least several years ago, when I was from engineering perspective, searching for what is out there in the market, salaries in Poland were pretty similar to Ukraine, but with higher taxes. So you receive less than in Ukraine. When I'm hiring, first CVs was pretty with high rate, but this was I started to notice that it is because potential employees think about different tax systems around that. So we started to mention that in our recruiting system. Then I've noticed that the higher bid was for B2B contracts. And we started to dig, why is that happening? And I've interviewed several engineers for that, and asking why do you expect that much salary? And the answer was that B2B in Poland is not similar as in Ukraine. So when people are telling the rate, they assume that they won't have sick leaves, won't have vacations, and potentially from time to time could work only part-time. Depends on employer. I had such a discussion with one of candidate and telling you, and what if you will have vacation? What if you will have sick leave? What if I will say that you will always have full time? Not depends, like if we have client, but you just will receive all. And he said that, okay, I can go down by 30%. So yeah, what was surprising for me from the Ukraine is not that much people are ready to be employed on B2B schedule. Most want to be hired by umowa pracy, and this is not common for Ukraine. Actually, in no way. I was even asking, why do you want this? You will get less money. And they said, well, it's kind of common. In Poland, we got used to it, so we want it like that.
do we have more benefits from the government?
Yes, yes, and from banks, for example, if you wish to have credits for hypothec credits, the most valuable income source is exactly umowa o pracę. But of course, B2B contracts are very popular in Poland. And in Ukraine, we have one more different thing about it, because when you a private entrepreneur in Ukraine and you have only one client company and you work with them like B2B contract, then you break in Ukrainian law, because then you should work like umowa o pracę in Ukraine. So Ukraine do everything to not to so this system not exist. So everyone works like umowa o pracę. In Poland, it's different situation. Government not stopping this case, and from other side, they even help businesses to make these contracts, because it's like self-employed. Everyone can have right to self-employment, and he or she can have full-time B2B contract or any other contract with different companies, with the same company. It's no problem here. That is why market is pretty diverse. But from my experience, salaries right now in Poland are pretty close to Ukrainian salaries before the war, because current salaries, I don't know which salaries in Ukraine now during this war, because I have no access to a lot of examples about the market. But before the war, just before the